Hello everyone and welcome to another channel update. Now, it's been a little while since the last time we had one of these, and we did just have a community poll, so now's a pretty good time to actually do one. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. To begin with, we're still going strong with Zero Escape No Narrow Games, or Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. This was a Patreon series, and I think we're closing in on the end. We only have like one full path we need to do, and a couple of small branches that have stopped at a to be continued, so I'm not sure exactly how long that's going to be. That could still be a good amount of episodes from now, but when I do wrap that up, I'll have another Patreon poll over at patreon.com/chronosplays, so I'll probably post before that to get game suggestions from the patrons over there. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how close we are to the end. Like I was saying, we have like one full path and a bunch of kind of smaller ones that are branched off from to be continues. So yeah, we'll see. I'm still having fun with the game. Definitely not gonna play the third one for a little bit of time, but and you know, the pacing of the second one has been a little rough for me. I think mostly due to the way I record these, because you know, it's led me to forget a lot of the stuff that has already happened with switching through the timelines. Again, that's generally probably just how I've been playing them, and not like a normal person playing the game probably wouldn't have as much of a problem with it. Though I might be able to address that in the future. That's something I'll be talking about at the end of the update. Speaking of community polls, the one we just had is ended. Persona 5 Strikers won the community poll. Shocking, I know. But, you know, sometimes these underdogs games, they come and they just really win the poll by a small margin. Alright, so, yeah. It was kind of clear that it was going to win from day one. And I know a lot of people actually were like, why'd you even put it on there if you knew it was going to win? Simply put, community polls are as a poll for games that are suggested to me. Yes, I was planning on playing Strikers eventually. It wasn't going to be for a little while if it didn't win the community poll. It would have been dishonest if I had this thing I call a community poll that is made for games that are suggested to me to not put it on there, given the fact that a ton of people were suggesting and asking for it. Should I have just probably been like, hey, we're doing Persona 5 Strikers, clearly it would win anyways? Maybe, but at the same time, you never know, right? Because I had a decent amount of people ask me for Trauma Center, or it was like Trauma Team, or one of the Trauma games, and it didn't really do that well on the community poll. I've had a decent amount of people ask me for Heavy Rains, but it did better than actually. I think it came in second. Wait, actually, let me just check that real fast. It did all right. Nothing really stood out compared to Strikers. Yeah, Heavy Rain came in second with 16% of the votes, with Persona 5 Strikers winning with 54% of the votes out of 1,300 votes. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. Still, you never know. But yeah, it's kind of why I put it on there.
Zach speaking.
Making progress.
It was, well, yeah, obviously it was gonna win, but it is a poll for games that are suggested to me. If I don't put those on, then why am I even asking, right? Anyways, I'm probably gonna be playing the PC version of Persona 5 Strikers. I heard that the console versions of the game, they don't have audio sliders, which is, one, extremely messed up, and two, I guess the mixing is not that great, and I like to have the voiceovers in game be above the music, so you can actually hear them clear. So yeah, we'll almost definitely be doing the PC version, unless I find out something else is wrong with that compared to the console or PS4 one. But yeah, that should... Hoping I can record some this Sunday, maybe Friday, maybe Sunday. I want to get a few episodes recorded before I release it. Now Saturday I'm streaming, but hopefully sometime in either next week or mid next week, the serials will start. I'm not sure how long the episodes are going to be, right? I know it's a Persona game. Persona games tend to be pretty long. I'm not sure if Strikes is actually a fairly long game. I know with Persona 5 Royal I did like 45-minute episodes. I might look up to see how long the game actually is before I actually do that, because, well, longer episodes generally don't do too well in terms of analytics, but, you know, if it's only like a 20-hour game, I don't want to do like a 20-episode series and have another community poll. Though it's not that exactly a bad thing, but still, I'll probably just see how long the game is before I start recording. Next up, Phoenix Wright Justice for All was going strong until I made it to the circus. It's still going. It's kind of become a slog through a swamp that's been made of decomposed clowns, but, you know, it's going. It's not that bad, but, man, it's kind of jarring, because I don't think I've ever had a time where I was like, man, I kind of wish this case was over. Now we're not even halfway through the case. It's just kind of weird. Like, the characters are so bizarre, and like, really, I don't know. Just kind of weird. And obviously, you know, from what I've heard in the comments, I'm not alone in thinking that. But also, apparently, it just gets better after this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's still been a fun game, obviously. I enjoy Phoenix Wright. I like doing the voices too. It's fun. But man, it was not what I was expecting when we started that case, but still, yeah, it's going. I don't know how close we are to ending that case or ending the game. I think I recorded up to episode 31 right now. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know when the last one ended, actually, now that I think about it.
Will destroy you.
Was it 20s? Let's go and look at my playlist. We got Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. No, that's the Justice for All. It was 58 Jesus, 58 episodes?
Damn it. You're not the only hero.
It's
really? Oh, yeah, that 5th episode was really long, wasn't it? It was like 20 episodes long. Oh, actually, so yeah, okay.
Impossible.
There's Lunch Lady. That was definitely the... Oh, yeah, An Edgy Conclusion. So that's when the original, like, DS episode or game ended. It was episode 33. All right, so... I don't know. I still don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But, you know, it's still going good. Like I said, the case is kind of jarring, but aside from that, it's going all right. And yeah, after this ends, I believe I will, yeah. So after this one, this is the 3rd time slot. After this one ends, I will be doing my Final Fantasy 1 walkthrough Let's Play. I know. Actually, it was a toss-up between doing... Well, okay, it was like a triple toss-up. I was either thinking of doing the original Final Fantasy 1 on the Nintendo, or the Origins version on PlayStation, or the PSP version, which is like the newest one with the updated graphics. I think I'm going to go with the Origins version, the PlayStation one. One, it's closest to the Final Fantasy 1 original with less bugs. And 2, it's relatively still challenging compared to like the PSP version, which is extremely easy. They like nerfed all the prices in the store, and instead of a charge system, they have actually the MP system, which I prefer. I prefer the MP system over the charge system, but the prices for like the magic and armor and equipment are just so low that you really don't have anything to worry about in the PSP version. So I think I'm just going to do the PlayStation 1 Origins version. Still, you know, that's a little ways away, so I'm not exactly sure when that's going to happen, or not when, you know, Phoenix Wright ends. After the Final Fantasy 1 walkthrough, I was going to do Cold Steel 3, but I think I might do a smaller Let's Play Maybe Heavy Rain before it, and go from there. I don't know, because Cold Steel 3 is like extremely long. It's an extremely long series, so I think doing like 2 other like additional ones before it would probably be like a good idea. Well, anyways, we'll figure that out when it happens. It's still a little ways off.
You seem a little on edge.
Let's see. I guess next would be streaming. It's been going good. We streamed the first stream back, the stream series back. We did Pokemon Omega Ruby Nuzlocke, which was a blast, and I'll definitely be doing more Nuzlockes in the future, especially when Diamond and Pearl remakes come out. Though I totally want to do a randomizer Nuzlocke at some point as well. I'm not sure what series that would be for. Like, I originally thought maybe X would be a good one, maybe Heart Gold, because one, I had a series on the channel for Heart Gold Nuzlocke way back in the day, but unfortunately I didn't have time to finish. I don't even know if I still have that save either. Another one could be like Black and White games. Those are one of my favorite series in the Pokemon universe is Black and White, so that would probably be good too. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The last part of the Omega Ruby stream should be up today. I left it as one long VOD chunk for the finale because it's heart-wrenching, and also it kind of felt weird cutting it up, so it's gonna be like an hour and I want to say 20 minutes. It's not as long as some of the other videos that I've done, but you never know. Yeah, with Pokemon ending, I'll be streaming Spider-Man Miles Morales going forward on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so make plans to join me. Yeah, I'll probably be sprinkling some Ghost of Tsushima in as well. Post-game Ghost of Tsushima, we already finished the main story of Ghost of Tsushima, but there's a lot of, like, other side stuff that I would love to do. I mean, I could always do that in my free time, but I believe some people want to see me do it. I don't really know. Anyways, be sure to follow on twitch.tv/ChronosPlays. Also, let me know what good future stream games, because I don't really know what else I'd be playing after those. I do know that I'll likely be streaming when Saga Frontier Remastered releases on the 15th, I believe, because I really am looking forward to that release, and I'm going to play a ton of it. So I'm probably going to be streaming a ton on that day. Don't know the time, though. But be there or be square. I don't really know what that means, but be ready. Other news, I guess I'll talk about this, but I've been thinking about changing up my recording schedule a bit. Not that you guys know my recording schedule at all, or the fact that I could change it without you knowing, and you'd probably never be able to tell. But for a while now, I've been failing horribly to get a backlog going. I know, right? Chronos, what's a backlog? It's when you have a bunch of episodes that you can record, or that you recorded, that you can just upload and take a goddamn break every once in a while and let your throat heal. But yeah, no, I failed horribly at doing that. I mentioned a while back that for like the 3rd series, for like my walkthrough series and stuff like that, I would be trying to record like most of the series before I uploaded it. And I actually did that a little bit for Final Fantasy VIII, and then I didn't keep up with it, and then it just fell back into me recording every day without fail. And so yeah, it's gotta change. It's gotta change. So obviously I wouldn't be doing that for every series, but for like the 3rd time slot games, there you go, Chronos, I'd probably be recording a lot of it before I start uploading it, just so I could take a day or two in between, like, the recordings to just have a day of nothing. It's very rare for me to actually have a day of nothing. With taking care of my mom, taking care of the animals, taking care of the house, driving to appointments for my mom, doing all of my shit at the same time, and keeping up with the channel. Streaming's not really even, I barely even count that as anything, really. It's just me playing a game for 3 hours with people in the chat, chatting. It's extremely easy. I actually count that as kind of like a day off for the most part. but I do need to figure something out with my recording schedule a bit, just so I can have a few days off here and there. It's either do what I'm saying, like doing a lot of backlogging before the series releases, or actually just going down to 2 recorded series. I don't want to go back I don't want to go down to 2 series though. We started with 2 series on this channel. We did for the longest time. There was only ever really 2 series until like I think 3 years ago. 2 years ago, I think. When I started doing 3 series. It was actually before my mom had the brain aneurysm. We started with 3 series. I want to say we started with a constant 3 series when I want to say we did Final Fantasy 3. It was easier back then, for sure. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Yeah, it's just something for me to decide on doing, right? It's my channel after all. I gotta do what's right for me, but I also gotta do what's right for you guys as the viewers, right? I know some of you guys really like my stuff. That's super flattering to me, for one, and 2, important to me. But at the same time, like, as much as I love doing these and doing 3 series, if I can't keep up with it, and I just can't keep up with it. And either doing a bunch of backlogging or just doing 2 series at a time. We'll see, right? It's not going to be for a little while, though. We'll definitely see. It's one of those things that's just cards subject always to change. Things could get easier. They never do, though. I've been saying that for a while now, that, oh, I'm sure things will get easier, but nah, things just don't get easier.
Joining you as well.
Anyways, I'm bringing Casey in for his surgery today. Actually, I've already done this by the time the video has gone live. I had to bring him in by 8 a.m. It's not an invasive surgery, so the chances of anything going wrong are as minimum as they can be for, going under anesthesia. There we go. But he's 9.5, so it's kind of nerve-wracking. It's also expensive as well, sin. For getting a skin tab removed. Like, they got to do tests on it too, but yeah, he's getting a skin tag removed from his leg. Normally, skin tags or tabs, whatever you want to call them, they ain't really anything to be concerned about in human or in animals. But the last month, like the beginning of March, it got extremely red. And then it blew up like a goddamn balloon. Honestly, I wanted to have this removed like 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, they didn't have an opening at the time. So we had to wait an additional 2 weeks. So yeah, it's annoying. It has to be removed. It's impeding his ability to like really walk because it just swings back and forth and then he stops and licks it. So clearly it's bothering him. But yeah, hopefully by the time this is published, he'll be out of surgery. But we'll see. It is kind of nerve-wracking. It always is nerve-wracking, especially anything like involving pets or yourself or children or anything. It's just everything's nerve-wracking. But it really shouldn't be anything to worry about, despite what my brain keeps telling me. Again, it's super non-invasive. The only real chance of a problem is the anesthesia. But he's been on anesthetic before. This is his second operation. The first one was like 4 years ago when he impaled himself with a goddamn stick right above his penis. Yeah, that was... It was shitty too. It was like I didn't notice at the time. Like because he used to love chasing sticks and getting sticks. He would play with himself by throwing sticks around. And that's how he did it. He threw a stick and he went to chase it and it like fucking shot up and hit him in the groin area. And I heard him yelp, but he just kept going. He just kept going and chasing sticks. And I didn't notice until like
Dumb apples.
The official
a few
name
hours
is
later that he was
Chronos.
just kind of sitting there moping.
The trees bear
Like, dude,
fruit
what's wrong? You feeling all right?
behind
And then
because
he
of
got
the-
up and I noticed that the
the
couch
town
was all
people
stained. And I was like, what the
affectionately
fuck?
dumb apples.
And I looked under. I was like, oh, time to go to the vet ER. That was years ago.
The local
Dogs,
farms and
animals are
farming
weird
camps
sometimes.
span.
Dogs especially freaking hurt themselves. They just
really?
keep going like nothing's
You
wrong.
stole them.
We were poor, Zach.
And he just yelped once too when that happened. But yeah, he had emergency surgery with that and the anesthesia. Didn't do anything to him, so I really don't have anything to worry about, despite all the anxiety my brain's giving me right now.
It was
Alright, I think that's it. All I wanted to talk about, I think. Anything
I
else?
never stole from that tree because the
Oh,
wealthy man's son
yes, actually. I stopped doing my outro. Some of you have mentioned that to me. Yeah, I don't know why. I just felt like stopping it. I've been doing it for years, and then this one day I was like, I don't want to do my outro anymore. It's weird, I know. It's just what it is, though. Like, I might come up with a new one, or I just might let one naturally happen. Outros are good for the channel. If you're starting Let's Plays or any sort of video, it has been proven statistically that outros are important. I have just decided to stop doing them. But I might come up with a new one, or who knows, like I said, something natural might come and fit in. Who knows? Yeah, I guess that's all I want to say about that. Okay, so I think that was it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about now. I think that's it. Great. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch. Check out my Patreon if you're interested in supporting me further. Hit the bell, whatever the fuck that means. I will see you all soon. Bye.